Hey, good evening, everybody. I don't know how many people are going to see this, but anyway, I'm on here. Haven't been on here a while, but I just saw something today that I thought would be kind of good to, you know, to show everybody there. So, if you give me a chance, I'm going to give everybody a chance. Ooh, Donnie, you here already? Hey, Donnie. How you doing? I decided to do something a little different tonight. I decided to show my ugly hair today, you know. But anyway, I did it. I put a little time on it. I was going to start at 9 o'clock, but I said, you know what? So I could start the video exactly at 9. I'm just trying to see, you know, who else will come. I haven't really talked to anybody. Kind of, I had such a, excuse me, I had such an awful headache today. Oh, thank you. It's sweaty. It was almost 90 degrees here today. And guess what? Tomorrow's going to be 66. I mean, I was sweating like it was midsummer. So I decided to do something different. Eh, it is what it is. But anyway, I saw something and I listened to it and I kind of, well, I guess you saw what the topic was, what I put on the thing. So we'll see how this goes. I know it's going to get a lot, it may get a lot of people upset with me, but right about now, I don't care. I was going to put a disclaimer up and I'm going to say a disclaimer. Give me a minute. I gotta stand up for a minute. I gotta get comfortable. I need to buy me one of those. Oh, hey, Andrea. I was thinking about you today. Uh, I she didn't do it yet, but she's gonna do it tomorrow. You know what I'm talking about, Andrea. So tomorrow she's gonna do it. But anyway, I was saying I'm surprised everybody came so early because I did put it up for a while. What's that? Dread my hair? Oh, Andrea, yeah, yeah, Andrea. She's gonna go. So as soon as she does, I'll let you know. But anyway, like I was saying, I put this up. I saw this interview on African diaspora, and it's something that I've told people about. You know, I've told people about it, and because I experienced it as work. So I'm gonna have to put a thing up, or I'm gonna before I actually start the video. I want to see if anybody else will come up. I'm surprised you guys came up so early, came up so soon. You know, excuse me, I have to take some water. It was darn near 100 degrees here, and man, I was sweating like crazy. It's like somebody had poured a bucket of water on my head. Here in this part of the country, we don't have spring no more. We just go straight from winter to summer. We go from the freezer to the oven. Ain't no in between no more. Tomorrow's gonna be cold as heck. This morning it was like 40 something degrees. I was so cold when I woke up this morning, and it got hot. And when it got hot, it went up to 83. That's not my house, girl. Please. No, this is not my house. I know a little bit about the piano. This is a background they had. Andrea, I wish this was my house. I don't, but anyway, I don't want nothing that big to, I don't want nothing that big to clean up and dust. We had a piano when I was growing up. We had one of those pianos with the rollers in it. And man, oh man, you talking about a mess. That was a mess to dust off. One of those player pianos where you pedal it with your feet and it plays by itself, the old kind. That thing was made, it must have been made of hardwood, you know. Nah, I wish it was, but we do. I know a little bit. I know how to play the piano a little bit, but that we never had a grand piano. Nah, we never had a piano like that. And this is not my house. That ain't my furniture because that means you gotta constantly dust and stuff. I don't like nothing where I gotta do a whole lot of. Black folks ain't supposed to have YouTube entry. That's okay. I ain't mad with you. I wish it was. I wish that was. But that color, the color is sort of like my apartment. you know. I ain't got my glasses on, but I'm getting ready to get them. But I want to get my teeth in. So if I'm talking and I sound more, I'm trying to. I'll be honest with you. I'm trying to hold this gap. I'm trying to cover this gap because I really don't want nobody to see it. That's why I don't show my face too much. But I said, heck, I'm going to get them fixed soon. So, but it takes money. I got to get eyeglasses first because a girl I worked with, she was getting off the bus. This guy hit her, and they buried her Saturday, and her sister was on the news because they let the guy go, and he ran over her. And her sister said he ran over. She had tire marks on her face. He ran over her head. He killed her. She didn't survive. Said you can't see his messages. Can I see his messages? I haven't. Tell him. Wait a minute. I'm gonna look now. Oh. You know what happened? I have it on. Tell him I have it on. Do not disturb. I'll take it off for a minute because I didn't want the. I'm checking it now. Okay. I gotta take it off for the disturb. Andrea, tell him I can see his messages now. That was my bad. I was just. Yeah, let me see. Oh, okay. Okay. I saw the message. I am. Oh, can I see your YouTube messages? No, I can't see his YouTube messages. Hold on, everybody. I'm doing something. I just sent it. Yeah, I had it on Do Not Disturb. That's probably why he couldn't get it through. Because when you guys came on, I didn't have it on. I just put it in because this phone is always ringing. It's always hanging up. It's always cutting stuff off. But I refuse to make. I refuse to make Apple any more money. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of Apple. I wonder how the rest of that house looks in there. I wish that I wish I no I don't. I started to say I wish I had a did I send him a message? And I was thinking about him. Oh, I don't know. I wait a minute. He sent me. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start in a minute. Let me finish with this, you guys. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll start there. He said he's typing in my chat. I because okay. Um, yeah, he said he's yeah, because I sent him a message. I told him to do it again because I had it on Do Not Disturb. Maybe that's why nobody ever comes up because I do put it on. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. But anyway, like I was saying, I'm trying to hide that gap in my tooth because I really don't want nobody looking at me with no teeth. But I threw my glasses. This second pair of glasses I threw in the garbage. So I'm working on getting them first, and then I'm going to start getting my teeth fixed again. So it is, getting my teeth fixed. But oh yeah, this house looks nice, but it ain't mine. That's too many rooms. I don't need a. Okay. I didn't block anybody. Okay. He says he thinks I blocked him in YouTube. Kick the info. You're good. Okay. I'm going to do that and I'll. Can I? Okay. I'm going to do it now. All right. So, what I was saying, I'm going to do the info now. Um, and then I'll figure out, what's going on with him there. But anyway, I was listening to it, and it was this young girl. She was a first year Jamaican immigrant, and she was saying why they don't consider themselves black and they don't get involved with it. Just a bunch. You'll hear it. Let me see. I'm gonna find it and I'll put it on until I figure this out and see if what's going on and why Vic can't go through it. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, here I go. I'm giving. Okay. Anyway, let me see what I'm gonna get. African diaspora. Uh-uh. Okay, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to get. I hope I haven't been hacked. I got a feeling I've been hacked. That's what I think. That's what I think it is. Okay. Okay, okay. Uh-huh. Yeah, where is it? Oh, this is the one I'm having. I don't know. I think I know what happened. Oh, Jesus, what's going on home? I'm getting back to you guys. I'm getting back to you. I can't. Oh, shoot. African diaspora. But there's something's going on with this. I think I've been hacked. African diaspora. Here I am. Here I am. Let me see if I don't know how to get back in here. I'm going to try one more time. I don't know what I'm doing tonight. I think I've been hacked again. I think I've been hacked. I'm going to try again. I got to figure out how to do this better. But I haven't really felt like doing too much. Here it is. Okay, this should be it. I'm always messing up. No, that ain't it. Oh, do. Whew. Let's see, Riverside Home. I don't know what. I really think I've been hacked again. I'm going to cancel it. Here I go because I keep getting this. It's right here. I'm searching for it. I got it. Here it is. I got it right here. And it keeps, I don't know. I think I've been hacked again because I forgot to close it out. And I think I've been hacked again. I believe I have been. So Yep, I think I've been hacked again, but I'm going to try it again. Yep, I think I have been. So, uh, I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, here it is. It says, I don't know. I've been checking about it. So let me see something. That's from my, yeah, I'm trying. So I don't know what's going on here. Maybe I'll come back in about StreamYard. Let me see something. Okay. Here. Um, I'm having. Oh, here it is. It finally came up. Here. So you should be able to hear it. Oh, Dang it.
Morning news now, a Supreme Court showdown over Donald Trump's claims of
It's,
presidential immunity. Justice
ah!
over the consequences, not acknowledging absolute immunity.
Will that not lead us into
No. I know what's going. I don't know what's going on today. I don't know what's going on here with this. I am so disgusted. I don't know what the heck. What's the problem? The problem is I got too much. There, I think not the link. Um, this is why I say I think. This is why I say I think I'm hacked because I'm doing everything I'm supposed to. Which one? How do you feel about this? You can have a picture for the year. Use your Google account. Oh. Hmm.
At David Packard.
I don't follow. You guys give me. Eight, 3, 2, 5, 3. Oh, let me go back. This was. Hey, Jay.
Oh yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. I got it now. Oh, man. Here it is.
Is building on something that we kind of did
swear.
before. I think it's good. It's real good.
About tonight.
What we're going to talk about today. Tomorrow,
This
even when I was on the
topic I
tour,
was talking about.
you know,
talking
Super
about,
Mayor. We got to talk about her tomorrow. So tomorrow
I
live
picked the right show. But Pumpkin, once Pumpkin.
Wait a minute.
Can you pause it for 1 minute? Pause. 1 minute, pause.
The stream. Today is, oh man, it's I'm hungry. They're always hungry.
Story that they're
Pumpkin.
Yeah.
You see, when we're talking, could you pause the video and then talk, because some people cannot hear you clearly if you're talking. Yeah, so it's probably best to pause and then talk. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay, because I was frustrated. I'm frustrated again because this is the African news channel. I really want to hear. I really want
you'll
to hear.
be getting more than frustration if you keep on to the Jamaicans. I'm only joking.
Okay. I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm not going to talk anymore. I promise you. I'm not going to talk anymore. So straight
No,
to StreamYard.
Pumpkin, you can talk, but it's just that when you're talking, when the video is playing, we can't. People may not be able to hear you, and we want to hear what you say.
I'm sorry. I should have muted. I was talking to myself because I'm doing something. I'm trying to do two things at one time, and it don't work for me. So
sorry,
yeah,
I'm only here to support you, yeah. And so if you need me, I'm here.
I don't take. Okay, just listen. I'm gonna go back in and let you all hear this now. So let me see. Hopefully, I'll get it right. Here we go.
Especially we talk about Black America and our condition as a collective. Now, maybe some of us are doing okay, but a lot of us aren't. A lot of us are the working poor. So, you know, I see Biden just doing everything he can to try to get reelected. And I'm like, bruh, just realistically, I don't see how you get reelected with these with the cost of living the way it is, and then that situation with all, you know, it's not my people, not my problem situation. That's how I said that from the beginning. And the other war you got going on, everybody talking about. So, yeah. You said, you know, Mother's Day. Oh, I'm sorry, May Day. I'm sorry, Mother's Day is coming up. Not too long. But yeah, once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back here. I'm back. Return 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. That way, you know, we are streaming live Monday through Friday. Now, I did say this Friday I would not stream because I got to go to my daughter's play. They do this once a year play at their school, like an end of year production. So I won't be streaming Friday, but you know, I'll definitely be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, for sure. Yes, they're trying to gut the middle class. That's for sure. On top of trying to gut the middle class, they're throwing everybody else from all over the world on top of the American people. And then they're not trying to come to even help the situation. They're taking out the situation, right? I mean, beyond which we need a pause on all kind of immigration. I don't know if you heard Biden talking about he about to bring in Palestinians to this country now. Something that they really never did too much before. And if they did, they brought in extremely small numbers. So. Let's go ahead on and get to the devotion so I can go ahead on and stay on task here. Stay on task. Let's see here what we got. Just going through here real quick. All right, letting y'all get in. All right, so let me cue up because we've been doing Eric Mays for a minute. Let me go ahead and cue up our girl here. Hold on.
Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet, the mayor, not the trustees that don't do nothing, that only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no work.
Who is this?
This is not what I want to talk
Y'all
about.
should be ashamed of y'all stuff. Y'all
Who
black.
is this pumpkin?
Y'all black.
This is not what I want to talk about. I did not want to see that trick tonight. I'm getting ready to put you in. I do not want to see this trick tonight. This is not who I want to see.
What'd you call her a trick?
I do not want to see that trick tonight. She bought all this stuff with these people's money, and these people is mad as hell with her, and they ready to kill her.
Play pumpkin. We haven't seen it. I've not seen it.
You
don't
want
mind,
to see
do you?
that? Well,
Yeah.
Well,
it's up to you. It's your show. But I mean,
no. If y'all want to see
well, you
it,
can tell me what she done.
Huh? What did she do? What
you
didn't
can tell
she do?
me.
She done went and stole all them people's money, and she just stole folks' money and did all kind of nonsense that didn't make no damn sense.
Wow. What's her job?
Yeah. She was a mayor of some little small town in Alabama.
You know, pumpkin. You know the mayors. They don't have a good track record, do they? Across the world, they're always thieving people's money. They're one of the worst, aren't they? The mayors.
Well, listen. This is what I want you daughter here, please. I can't take that woman. She done did some of every darn thing there is to everybody. I'm trying to figure something out while you're talking. Now this.
What's the matter? Okay, I'll let you get on. There's a lot of people in the chat, it looks like. Oh no, that's
One,
is that
we
their
see some of the
channel?
plight that the folks
Okay.
got their countries in. So let our brothers and sisters come in from the diaspora, from the Caribbean, you know, they coming from the African continent, wherever they come from, let them come in, let them join with us. Let's have a community of our brothers and sisters from abroad. Let's all work together, right? As a big happy family. We're gonna come up, we're gonna have more numbers, all of that. That's really what's the thought process. Our heart was in the right place. We want our brothers and sisters to do good and come into America. But the folks had a plan. They know our heart was in the right place, but they had a plan. They said, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to let them come in, but we going to pick who come in. We is going to not only pick people to come over here that look like them, because at the time, you know, we thought that, hey, you black like us, you're black. No matter where you come from, you're black. Hey, we all together. They said we're gonna use that. We're gonna pick people to come here, not the riders of all these countries, not those who are gonna quickly unify Black America. No. We're gonna import people in. We're gonna do a test on them at the American Embassy. We're going to figure out what's their thought process in general, and then we're going to vet them. And then once they're vetted, then we're going to let them come over here. You knew they was vetted by them folks when they came here, a lot of them, and they automatically wanted to go to their own separate communities. They didn't want to come join with the Black American community. They want to go all in their separate communities. We should have knew back then something was up. We should have known. We shouldn't have said, well, you know, I guess they speak a different language and maybe they feel more comfortable. No. We should have known something was up then. But, you know, we didn't want to think anything
Sorry,
bad,
Pumpkin,
right?
can you
About
pause
brothers
that
and
video,
sisters. We didn't
please?
want to think
Sorry,
like that.
for 1 second.
So we say, hey, let them do them. We do us. It is what it is, right? So you ever heard the...
Sorry, I just, because there's something in the chat. Now, sorry, Pumpkin. Oh.
I'm Hallie Jackson, and we are coming on the air with the...
You're mixing... Wow, Pumpkin. Pumpkin, you're doing too much at one time. Oh, let me mute out. And what I was going to say, that I want to review this guy, but every time I watch him for myself, it's like he's... I hope not many Americans have his kind of... he's got a large platform, but I don't like what he says. I really don't like. And big up Donnie, big up Andrea, big up the whole family, right? But is he really married to a white woman? That's no excuse. But he gives off that kind of vibe to me. You know, I'm just waiting for Pumpkin to come back. It's her show, and I'm just here to show my my support for the sister. She's doing really good. Having technical problems, like we all do. Just wanted to remain calm, and she's a wonderful person and has great knowledge. And I'll be, when I get back my channel, I'll have to open up and make sure she pops over and does her thing over there. And thank you for all the support you all been giving me as well. Yeah, this guy here, every time I watch it, my thoughts on his chat show is very, there's no comparison to mine. I mean, his one is kind of is upgraded, and you know, it looks very posh, I would say. But the stuff that comes out of his mouth to me, and I've been scared to say anything because I don't know if someone has this kind of, you know, this kind of thinking. I'm not sure how many people, and I presume there is. In the UK, we have black people like that, like on like a conservative tip, right? and they're more racist than they're more right wing than anyone else. And my problem with that is a bit like, for some reason we always picks some sort of movement that we are a minority of, and that a group that don't care about the wider black. They may care for you while you're there, while you're doing their work, but once that stops, you are now looked at as the N-word. I just really think it's I just have a problem with this guy. But let me mute out because this is not my show. But come to sport. But Pumpkin, where you gone? Help me out, Donny, in the chat, man. I don't know what's going on, or you need to jump up, or I think it's a great someone to review, but I'm trying my best not to sort of review, certain channels, but I feel compelled to, because there's stuff going on that I really want to speak on. But you get your flagging and stuff like that, and these people can be very vindictive. I mean, my channel, I feel like someone's basically reported me to YouTube for some reason. And when YouTube give your channel a strike, they don't really explain themselves what they're doing. And I mean, I get loads of copy strikes, and I do play a lot of music, but I want to play. It's a part of I want to entertain. I want to keep it all, So say if I'm picking a Scottish topic, I want to play some Scottish songs. Why can't I play Scottish songs, or why can't they put on the actual video that is copyrighted? There should be some sort of sign on there that you can know before you even play it. And I've got tons of videos. I don't really want to lose my channel. If it goes, it goes. But I've put a lot of work, like a lot of videos in there, so they would all be gone. So I kind of use it as a diary for a lot of stuff. So I think I just won't be doing live too much. Pumpkin, the video's back, but you're not back. You see there's some there you go. There you go.
There I go. I'm back. But let me tell you about this video. I'm going to tell you something about this. If you hear the video, listen to the video, and I have a feeling on this, and I know that the feelings that I have will not be popular with a lot of people. But I have a disclaimer, which I'm going to say. I don't believe that all that all Jamaicans feel this way about that all Jamaican people feel like it. I've had bad experiences, and this is what we get. This is the feeling that most of us Black Americans get from basically, you got to listen to this first. Listen to this story first. Listen, and then after you listen, because he pauses in, so you'll be able to. He pauses the videos and he talks, and then you'll be able to say something. So
amazing. Okay, you're right, Pumpkin. Let me listen. I'll listen to him. Sorry, I'm gonna mute in a minute. Sorry to cut you. I will definitely mute. Pumpkin, you keep disappearing off the screen.
Figure out what's their thought process in general, and then we're going to vet them. And then once they're vetted, then we're going to let them come over here. You knew they was vetted by them folks when they came here, a lot of them, and they automatically wanted to go to their own separate communities. They didn't want to come join with the Black American community. They want to go all in their separate communities. We should have knew back then something was up. We should have known, We shouldn't have said, well, I guess they speak a different language and maybe they feel more comfortable. No. We should have known something was up then. But, we didn't want to think anything bad, right, about brothers and sisters. We didn't want to think like that. So we say, hey, let them do them. We do us. It is what it is, right? So you ever heard the statement, the devil will give you sometime what you're looking for, especially if you're getting it from his hand. But there's always going to be something twisted with it. So Shirley Chisholm, she was Caribbean. She said that they wanted to bring in, this was in her book, they wanted to bring in a more docile Black person. And Shirley Chisholm said that they made sure to give them homes. They made sure to subsidize their businesses with U.S. government money that they would not do to Black Americans. Shirley Chisholm had said this, okay? That was always the plan because Black America was turning up too much in the 1960s. So this has been the ongoing plan, at least within our global Black family, right? Now, of course, we had people that came under the radar that was definitely not what they thought. They had people that were born here, maybe first, second generation, and said, hey, man, hold on, I'm not with that, because not everybody's going to be their parents. Just because your parent is a Candace Owens doesn't mean you're going to grow up to be one.
Yeah.
How many times have you seen that? And how many times have you seen somebody that's like a Minister Farrakhan, but their kid is nowhere near that, right? I'm just giving an example. People choose their own path. So they always thinking they're going to choose right, so they got to keep importing people to try to offshoot those people that's going to kind of get on the side with us, okay? The one thing they hold over their head is if you get out of line, Black person from the diaspora, what I got over your head is your immigration papers. So you better do what I tell you to do, because this is what I got over you. And if you don't do what I tell you to do, I'm gonna tear this paper up and I'm gonna get you on a plane right on out of here. So they have a fear of being deported. So they are going to tap dance instead of them being smart and be like some other immigrants. See, other immigrants, what they do sometimes, they're like, okay, well, shoot. I mean, what kind of way I can't be deported? The smarter thing for them to do would be, let me go marry a Black American. Let me go have some children with a Black American. Now I'm anchored here. See, that's what other groups do. They figure out ways real quick to marry a citizen and have a child, so they're anchored, so they can't go nowhere. But they bring in people that don't even think like that about anchoring themselves here, right? They want to say, oh no, I ain't trying to be around them. Stay away from the Akata, right? Instead of getting with the Akatas and actually make some families with the Akatas, that way you probably can stay, right? Would be the smart thing to do. But anyway, so a lot of them come, well, okay, I'm gonna get the bag. I'm gonna get the bag. I'm gonna get the bag. Something else they're saying too about code switching. I got to get into that conversation about code switching, because what they deem as code switching is not what it is. It's complete falsehood. So this one young lady from Jamaica, she's only been here 1 year. And let's go ahead on and play what she said. Let's play what she said. And you say can't deport you, but they can deport your parents. Yeah, but see, if you the other groups get naturalized though, right? Now, could they take away your naturalization? Sure, they can do that. But there's certain things that you don't have to get involved with, but your ones who are citizens can, right? The area of speaking up, right? Because sometimes everybody don't have to speak up. Some people can support in silence. You don't always have to be speaking up. Let the people who speak up that are citizens, let them do it. You just support sometimes silently. You can support financially. You don't always got to say something. I never tell you just take a risk. No, but you can always support, right? But let's get to this. Let's get to this. What this young lady has to say, and let's listen to her. Give her a chance to explain herself, and we're gonna thoroughly take our time with this. So let's hold on.
Hi, Jamaican Immigrant here. I've been living in the States for almost a year, and I just want to give some context as to why African Americans may be experiencing what they're experiencing when it comes to us immigrants. I'm not here to invalidate that creator's feelings nor anybody's feelings who shares that experience with her. So first things first, the way how African Americans prioritize Blackness isn't necessarily the same way in which an immigrant would prioritize their Blackness. So you know how African Americans will say, oh, Black writer, Black creator, Black artist, Black lawyer, Black doctor, Black woman in STEM. No, when we come to this country, it's immigrant or nationality. Maybe our career is next, and then whatever else comes after that. So immigrant, Jamaican, marketer, whatever else comes after that. The issue that you're having is we don't see ourselves as one of you. And the reason that we don't see ourselves as one of you is not because of Blackness. We just see ourselves as an outsider. We have to work twice as hard to get where you are. We are so focused on our own business. Some of us that come to this country don't even have a legal right to be here. You get me? So
with us, let's
I stopped that because this is the problem I have with these types of Jamaicans. See, this is the kind I run into. I run into some nice ones, some very nice ones, but the average one that I work with is that way, is the way she is. You know, you have to work twice as hard to get, you don't have to work twice as hard to do anything. You do the same thing we do. They're doing the same thing that we do. Are you still here, Jade? I don't know if you're still here or not, but this is the type of Jamaican person that I come in contact with. I don't particularly like them. I'm not going to lie. I've met some nice ones and stuff. So I don't, right, but look, now we're going to go back. Let us go back.
One sec. No, 1 sec. You said something. Let's talk.
Go ahead.
No, but Pumpkin, give me a second, please. 1 second. I'm sorry.
I am.
Yeah, sorry. The this lady here that is speaking, from my point of view, this is her opinion. This is not. You flicked it now. It's not the opinion of everyone. I can't say that. For me to say that, I would have to actually meet everyone to find out what they're saying. Secondly, she seems to be young. She's only been there a year. I think what we must be careful not to generalize on our own experiences. That's just my opinion. People can do what they wish, but I wouldn't sort of paint everyone with the same brush, because I don't know who this woman is. She might not even be she might not even be working. She could, for all we know, she could be in Jamaica still. That's my point. And also, as being born in the UK, yeah, as being born in the UK, I've experienced the same sort of frustrations what you're saying, but it's not something that is purely solely unique to a Jamaican. For myself, go on.
You did not hear what I said. I don't think you understood what I said. I said I've met some nice Jamaicans, but in my workforce, what I've done, the kind of work that I did, that I retired from, I worked with older women who were just like her. Perfect example. There was a girl I worked with. She said she was from Kingston, and she said she got her daughter here. And her daughter and my son was a teenager at the time. And I said, your daughter, what's her name? And she told me her name. I said, oh, I said, maybe my son knows her. Just being on a friendly basis. She says, oh, I don't allow my daughter to go out with foreigners. Who said my son wanted to go out with your daughter? Because to be honest, you know how kids are. They don't like that. you know.
I
But
know
wait a minute, let
talking.
me finish. Let me finish.
Go on,
So, you
go on.
know, I mean, this girl and this attitude, and these were adult people who come with it. I've been told to go back where I came from. They want to take over everything, and it's not all. And I told you it's not all. I know some Jamaicans who are very nice people, but these kind right here, and they are in the workforce, and they want to tell me, they want to tell us as Black Americans how to be Black. You don't know nothing about here. Just like I can't go to Jamaica and tell you what to do. When I say you, I mean I
Okay.
can't go to Jamaica and tell folks what to do. And these people
Yeah, that's
come,
right.
and you can say it's ignorant, and it's maybe it isn't a lie. But here, where I live, they are just like this. And I find the men are more, they're more easier for everybody to get along with. I feel that I get along better with the Jamaican men than I do with the women. And I know a lot of Jamaican men who don't even want to go. I worked with the lady. She was an older lady. She was older than me. And she stopped speaking to her son because she wanted him to marry a Jamaican woman. He married a girl from down south, an American Black girl from down south. And she wouldn't have nothing to do with him. But now I hear she's living with him. I think she's sick and she's living with him. But she wanted him to marry a Jamaican woman. She said she didn't want him to marry a foreigner. That, you know, they come at you and try to make you feel like you're a foreigner in your own country. That's what I don't like, and that's what I come up against. The men, I get along with the men. I get along with the men, but the women, for some reason, and it's not only Jamaicans, it's Africans. It's Africans. Africans are good for it. They're very good for it. You know, I had so many problems at work between the African women and the Jamaican women. So, you know, I don't mean no harm when I say it. I mean, I'm not to the point where I'm petty with them and all that other stuff, but you know, I just, we just don't click because of that attitude they have. They want to tell you how to be Black, and oh, American, you are lazy people. Black Americans are lazy. No, you don't know, because we don't work for small amounts of money. My mother, my father, my grandmothers, and them, they fought for us to get decent paying jobs, live in good housing and everything. So we don't come here. We don't work for minimum wage. We don't want minimum wage. We all went to school. I mean, you know, I have nothing but respect for people who are immigrants, you know, because it takes a lot to come up and be, you know, to leave your home country and come to another country. And you've come from an island country that's warm, you come to a place that's cold. Now I've met some Jamaican women who are very nice, but the majority of Jamaican women I've met is just like this girl. So we're going to continue with this. We're going to continue, and we can talk some more, you know.
Sure. Okay.
We're gonna pick who come in. We is going to not only pick people to come over here that look like them, because at the time, you know, we thought that, hey, you Black like us, you're Black, no matter where you come from, you're Black, hey, we all together. They say we're gonna use that. We're gonna pick people to come here, not the riders of all these countries, not those who are gonna quickly unify Black America. No. We're gonna import people in. We're gonna do a test on them at the American Embassy. We're gonna figure out what's their thought process in general, and then we're gonna vet them. And then once they're vetted, then we're gonna let them come over here. You knew they was vetted by them folks when they came here, a lot of them, and they automatically wanted to go to their own separate communities. They didn't want to come join with the Black American community. They want to go all in their separate communities. We should have knew back then something was up. We should have known. We shouldn't have said, well, you know, I guess they speak a different language and maybe they feel more comfortable. No. We should have known something was up then. But, you know, we didn't want to think anything bad, right, about brothers and sisters. We didn't want to think like that. So we say, hey, let them do them. We do us. It is what it is, right? So you ever heard the statement, the devil will give you sometime what you're looking for, especially if you're getting it from his hand. But there's always going to be something twisted with it. So Shirley Chisholm, she was Caribbean. She said that they wanted to bring in, this was in her book, they wanted to bring in a more docile Black person. And Shirley Chisholm said that they made sure to give them homes. They made sure to subsidize their businesses with U.S. government money that they would not do to Black Americans. Shirley Chisholm had said this, okay? That was always the plan because Black America was turning up too much in the 1960s. So this has been the ongoing plan, at least within our global Black family, right? Now, of course, we had people that came under the radar that was definitely not what they thought. They had people that were born here, maybe first, second generation, and say, hey, man, hold on, I'm not with that, because not everybody's going to be their parents. Just because your parent is a Candace Owens doesn't mean you're going to grow up to be one. How many times have you seen that? And how many times have you seen somebody that's like a Minister Farrakhan, but their kid is nowhere near that, right? I'm just giving an example. People choose their own path. So they always thinking they're going to choose right, so they got to keep importing people to try to offshoot those people that's going to kind of get on the side with us, okay? The one thing they hold over their head is if you get out of line, Black person from the diaspora, what I got over your head is your immigration papers. So you better do what I tell you to do, because this is what I got over you. And if you don't do what I tell you to do, I'm gonna tear this paper up and I'm gonna get you on a plane right on out of here. So they have a fear of being deported. So they are going to tap dance instead of them being smart and be like some other immigrants. See, other immigrants, what they do sometimes, they're like, okay, well, shoot. I mean, what kind of way I can't be deported? The smarter thing for them to do would be, let me go marry a Black American. Let me go have some children with a Black American. Now I'm anchored here. See, that's what other groups do. They figure out ways real quick to marry a citizen and have a child, so they're anchored, so they can't go nowhere. But they bring in people that don't even think like that about anchoring themselves here, right? They want to say, oh no, I ain't trying to be around them. Stay away from the Akatas. Make some families with the Akatas. That way you probably can stay, right? Would be the smart thing to do. But anyway, so a lot of them come, well, okay, I'm gonna get the bag. I'm gonna get the bag. I'm gonna get the bag. Something else they're saying too about code switching. I got to get into that conversation about code switching, because what they deem as code switching is not what it is. It's complete falsehood. So this one young lady from Jamaica, she's only been here 1 year. And let's go ahead on and play what she said. Let's play what she said. And you say can't deport you, but they can deport your parents. Yeah, but see, if you the other groups get naturalized though, right? Now, could they take away your naturalization? Sure, they can do that. But there's certain things that you don't have to get involved with, but your ones who are citizens can, right? In the area of speaking up, right? Because sometimes everybody don't have to speak up. Some people can support in silence. You don't always have to be speaking up. Let the people who speak up that are citizens, let them do it. You just support sometimes silently. You can support financially. You don't always got to say something. I never tell you just take a risk. No, but you can always support, right? But let's get to this. Let's get to this. What this young lady has to say, and let's listen to her Give her a chance to explain herself.
Pumpkin, let me step down
and
to
we're
the
gonna thoroughly
chat
take
if you
our
wish.
time with this.
I
Hold
will,
on.
is that all right? I only came up because you having
Hi,
technical
Jamaican Immigrant
difficulties.
here. I've been living in the States
I'll step
for
down, yeah?
almost a year, and I just want to give some context as to
I'll be in
why
the chat.
African Americans may be experiencing what they're experiencing when it comes to us immigrants. I'm not here to invalidate that creator's feelings nor anybody's feelings who shares that experience with her. So first things first, the way how African Americans prioritize Blackness. So you know how African Americans will say, oh, Black writer, Black creator, Black artist, Black lawyer, Black doctor, Black woman in STEM. No, when we come to this country, it's immigrant or nationality, maybe our careers next, and then whatever else comes after that. So immigrant, Jamaican, marketer, whatever else comes after that. The issue that you're having is we don't see ourselves as one of you. And the reason that we don't see ourselves as one of you is not because of Blackness. We just see ourselves as an outsider. We have to work twice as hard to get where you are. We are so focused on our own business. Some of us that come to this country don't even have a legal right to be here. Get me? So while you are fighting your fight, which is that of Blackness, we are fighting our fight as immigrants first before we even see the fight of being Black. Case on point, back in Jamaica, it wasn't very hard for me to get a corporate job. I have the experience, I'm qualified, I'm all-rounded, right? When I started applying to marketing jobs here, I was so timid, and I wasn't timid because I was Black. I was timid because all my experience is saying Kingston, Jamaica. My education is saying Kingston, Jamaica. My volunteer experience is Kingston, Jamaica. My entrepreneurial projects is Kingston, Jamaica. When those people get my resume, the first thing that they're gonna see is an immigrant. They're not thinking that this is a Black person. We're fighting for our place at the table as immigrants.
Y'all, do y'all hear the delusion? And I have to stop it. You hear the delusion, yes. When them folks see you, they're thinking immigrant, not Black. Okay.
To provide for ourselves and our families. I started a business recently, and I'm trying to bring.
She's saying she has to, that you're right. That's incorrect. That's what I was going to say. You're not fighting. They're not disqualifying you because you're an immigrant. They're disqualifying you for this. They're disqualifying her for the same reason that they disqualify us Black Americans. You're Black. You're an immigrant. They don't like immigrants, although this nation was built on immigration. Yeah, I understand that, Jade. I told you I understand that. But in the workforce, these are the women that we come up against. I came up against them all while I worked. I came up against that type of mentality. That type of mentality I came up against, because in so many words, she doesn't feel she's Black, you know. You consider her a young upper class Jamaican. I wish you were back up here so we could just like really talk that out, because this girl is not delusional. She really believes that she really believes that she's not right. She has nothing in common with us. And to be honest with you, I don't have anything in common with her, you know. I don't know who you are now in these chronicle, but if you'd like to come up and we could talk about it too. I understand that. And this is what I've said. I gave a disclaimer and I'll give it again. I know that all Jamaicans are not like this, but in the workforce, this is what you come up against, Black women. And I'm speaking from a woman's point of view. The men, they don't give you as much grief as the women. She's forgetting you can do both, be concerned about being an immigrant and about Blackness in America. That's good. That's good, and that's true. And if she chooses to do that, but she's delusional because, first of all, It says Jade's device, your devices are not connected. I don't know what that means. They will need to connect their micro. It says connect your micro and cam. But anyway, to 90s Chronicle, what I understand what you're saying, but in the workforce, this is what it is, that why American women don't like Jamaican women, because they just they have that mentality that she has, and not all. And I say it again, I'm going to get another I'm going to do it again. I'm going to say it again. I'm not. I know that all Jamaicans women are not alike, but when you get in the workforce, they are. So
Yeah,
I
you
understand
said
that.
Okay,
But I
can I say
understand
something?
that. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, Pumpkin. Sorry to cut you. So,
No,
first of
it's
all,
okay.
she said something about being in Kingston and she can get corporate jobs, and so let me give you some realities of Jamaica. People in the Kingston area are different to people in, say, where I lived, which was would have been called the countryside, the bush. Now, unemployment is a huge factor in Jamaica, especially amongst young men. Also, the schooling. Um, Let me drop it back again a little bit. Jamaica is nothing but a British colony, and it cannot shake off its colonial past. It is deeply, deeply entrenched into the physical and into the mental capacity of the Jamaican people. Okay? So she's incorrect and she's generalizing her own experience. And she's a young lady without much experience in America, without much experience in the world, as in visiting different countries. And also, she is also seems to not have visited Jamaica to see that what she's saying is false. They have a small amount of jobs in the corporate world in Jamaica, and they tend to be given to people who you know from a certain background. Okay, believe it or not, Ripley, yes, Jamaica has classism, exactly like the UK. Jamaica is nothing, is exactly the same as the UK, and it's fair to say the UK is also the daddy for America. There is certain ways of how life is in America that has comparisons to the UK. It's a British system. So that's what I wanted to say for that, Pumpkin.
But I understand the economy of Jamaica, believe me, because like I told you, I have I work with some people. They said the same exact thing you said. The economy there is very bad, and that's why they came. So and I understand that, but her attitude, and she would be. And to me, I don't know her. And this is just by listening to the conversation that she gave. I see her as being someone who, if she's not married, so she doesn't have children. She didn't say she had children, but she would be one who would want to keep herself with with like people, you know. So and this is what is putting the animosity between the two women, you know. So,
Right. No,
yes, her
look.
and
I can totally. The experience is what you're saying, Pumpkin. Believe you me, I would have loved to have been there. I mean, you just can't believe how people can change when they go into a different country. Some people do have these beliefs in Jamaica, and they tend to be the ones that actually leave. They seem to be a minority of people that share like right wing kind of views. But as I said, race they have no power as in such to make any sort of impact. They're just going to cause more division. But also on the other side, I'm not going to let the guy get off the hook. I want to challenge the guy. Now that guy made a lot of statements that are incorrect. It is his opinion. To think that
but
someone can actually know exactly what every immigrant thinks and how they is impossible, and it doesn't come down to one factor. I'm afraid there is lots of factors. It is a part of it, but to say it is kind of like it's incorrect by saying that people have all that kind of fear of being deported, and that's why they are like that. That is incorrect.
And it is, and that's another thing. Someone said to him that that the parents could be deported, the kids can't be deported. That's not true. My son had a friend who got, they were kids, they were teenagers, they got into some trouble. He was deported. He was deported. He was deported, up for deportation.
For what reason? What did he do?
He was selling drugs.
Well, there you go. That's he broke the law, so he gets deported.
Listen. They were going to deport him, not his mother. They were going to deport him, but the reason why he wasn't deported was because he had no relatives there. His grandmother had died. His mother was here, his father, everybody was here. That was the only reason why they didn't deport him. They weren't going to send him back there, and he had nobody where to stay. But they can be deported, and I understand. And their kids get in trouble. Believe me, they still get in trouble. So I know that's not true. Certain things. And as far as this guy is concerned, I don't really listen to him. I listened because I heard what she said. I'm listening to her. I know that his facts aren't always true. His facts about a lot of stuff are not true. I already know.
It's a shame. It's a shame you didn't find the actual video of her saying it, so we could have cut him out. But yeah, that's perfect, Pumpkin. And I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I can't tell you how you feel. You must, you have to tell me, and I believe you. I'm not judging you. And please don't, when I say something, please don't take it that I'm saying it to you. It's not
No,
to you,
I don't
Pumpkin.
take
I'm not having a go at you. Yeah, I don't want to. I'm not having a go at you.
And I'm not going at you. I saw it, what she said. I don't agree with it. Her attitude is what causes conflicts at work. You don't know how many times I was taken to the office. They tried to get me fired. They did everything because they said that I don't like that I don't like Jamaicans. That's not true. I get along with everybody, but I will not be disrespected. I won't disrespect anyone, but I won't be disrespected, and I will speak my mind, and I will say what I have to say. I have people tell me to go back where I came from, and I'll admit it. I said this, and they went We had a union. They tried to get me fired. Oh, she doesn't like it. I said, well, I don't need a green card. It's because of people like you that I
It's a
have to
great,
prove
yeah,
where I was born.
yeah, it's a great, yeah, it's a great point that you made there, and it is a fact. You know, what happens with the migration, especially within the workforce, it can get toxic. You know, a lot of people that come over seem to try and they vent their anger on, say, not with the person that is actually the one that they're supposed to be venting their anger. They take their anger out onto yourself. And when it comes to the workplace, which is a fact, you have clashes because people are from different different parts of the globe, and now you're in an office and or wherever you're working, and they're not being managed properly. Okay, people are not being managed properly. People are I mean, to be honest, when you're working, you're supposed to be working. You shouldn't really be talking about things like that. I've made that mistake in the past, right? When you go to work, you should just have like a certain work discipline. You just go into work and get your work done and go home. You see the chitting and chatting amongst people, especially people from, especially about politics, certain kind of topics, right? Causes what you're talking about, people to start go behind your back and start to isolate you as a person that's born in that country, and then someone from another country from the diaspora is the one that you have a problem with. I understand that. I've been through that, Pumpkin, right? And a Nigerian man said that he was going to spit in my face at work, Pumpkin. I stopped working for that reason. 20 years I worked in the security industry. 20 years. And I said, I ain't playing them games. Right? When it gets to that stage, I ain't playing. And I don't need their money. I don't need their work. Right? And I'm born in the UK, but I will never be British. How about that? So I'm born in a country that I'm not wanted. But for your brothers and sisters to come from other places and come here and disrespect you, there is nothing worse than that. Nothing worse than that. Believe you me, that is something that people don't want to talk about, right? Yeah, go back to Africa and all this sort of stuff. But many of the African people that you meet don't even want to say hello to you, right? Many of the Jamaicans don't want. It's just what this place does to people. What this place does to people, Pumpkin, it is amazing to know. I don't know what they put in the aeroplane, okay, but these people come off and they're acting real weird. And guess what? The white man's just laughing. He ain't gonna work with them.
Yep.
He ain't gonna work with them, but he's gonna make sure they work with you to put more pressure on you. So we got to be mindful of that and not play into their games. And I think a lot of it is due to our kind of discipline. We're too nice. We need to go to work and don't talk to nobody. Or if you talk to them, it's all about work. And that's it. Finish your job, go home. That is it. Don't talk to these people. Do not try and just be if we're gonna live in, if we're gonna be in these countries, right, and to survive, or to, if you want to be successful as the white person, then you're gonna have to start acting like them. They will sit down and they ain't gonna say nothing to nobody and get on with their work. Okay, so I think a lot of it, we got to kind of when we get into work, all emotions are out the door. Everything like that is out the door. You're on your work mindset. You know, I'm trying to keep you out of these arguments, and do not talk about politics or religion with these people.
I don't talk about anything with them. They just come out of their mouth with stuff. And I'm sitting there, some things they say, oh, America is not this, America, Haitians too. I mean, I get it, I got it from all. Oh, America ain't this, America ain't that. But you know what? And sometimes I've been told my mouth is treacherous, but I told them, you guys come on over here, those little tin cans and
It's
sink
not
in and
treacherous. You're
dive
speaking
in
your
the
mind and you
river.
have your right to think. But the problem is, Pumpkin,
But what I said,
people will
but
use it.
people,
People will use it to say that you're being
oh
you're
yeah,
being
I know.
racist or something. You
Yeah,
see,
they
that's
tried
what.
it, but it didn't work. Because I tell them in a minute, I'm not racist, but you're not gonna sit here and tell me that American black people aren't nothing because you don't know every
But
black American, just like I don't know
yeah,
every Jamaican, so we're Haitian.
I
So
hear
no,
you.
you're
But
not
as
gonna
well, we
do
got to really remember as well, Pumpkin. These people have no power, so they can mouth off as much as they want.
that. I
They have
know
no real
you sound
power
like,
to to change
but I'm
anything
not
or
like
to.
that. I'm not like that. I will answer you. I will tell you. I will tell you. I'm sorry. That's just me.
Well, you're
Once
gonna
I
get
tell
in
you what I got to
arguments, so
do.
yeah. I'll
No,
mute
I
up now.
don't
Sorry,
work anymore.
Pumpkin.
I'm retired. I'm
Right.
retired, so I don't work anymore. So I
Yeah,
don't have to
it
be that.
upset me because what happened is I've got so many African friends, and good people, and I know some good people, but I've met and also Jamaicans, um every country you name it, right? You name it. I have good and bad. But when the bad comes out of them, it really, really is kind of it really hits a part where not even the white man you feel you feel hurt. You feel hurt. Um, you know, um, it's but for myself, it's just this is exactly why we really should be getting ourselves together and be more independent and look at having our own kind of businesses or something like that, because if there's companies, right? There's companies in the UK that they're all whites. There is no other race in these companies, right? And that's the power that they have, right? So they can control. The reason why they do it maybe like that is so they control who's in there, so you don't get this kind of thing. What happens is further down the line of jobs, or I presume that your company was a white-owned company, and so a lot of these companies they need cheap labor. So cheap labor is the key. So they don't mind about about integrating people together. You know, and I think also the government could work on that as well, on integrating people, so people from and vetting people properly vetting people, because sometimes we're being thrown into the sort of lion's den with people that are not of good character. They're not of good character, right? So
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
true.
it's so difficult. I can't pinpoint it. It's a very complex thing, Pumpkin, and I haven't got the I can't work it out. I can't work it out. Honestly, I can't.
So listen to what else she says, and like I said, don't get me wrong. I know there's some decent Jamaican people who don't feel that way, you know. I know it. And she says there's people who are here that don't belong. I had a friend, she was Jamaican, she was here. She came for a visit, she got a job and she stayed. She didn't have a green card and anything. And I helped her out. I helped her out a lot. I could have reported her, but I didn't. Why would I do that? She wasn't bothering me, and she was a nice person. She was very friendly, and I talk to her every now and then. I talk to her. She's back home now because she didn't want to get deported, so she stayed because she said if she got deported, she could never come back. again.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's
So,
it.
so
They
went
are
home,
under
and
some
I
sort.
still
There is she did say
yeah.
something. There is there is elements of what she's saying is truth, but it's not the full 100. You see what I mean, Pumpkin? So
Right,
yes,
exactly,
yes,
exactly. It's
there
not
is.
all
Yes, there is. You got to make sense out of nonsense, right? So even the gentleman, I'm not saying he's 100%. He's not 100% wrong, but his delivery, he's implying that everyone is working off the same thing, and that is very difficult unless you have all these people and it's impossible to kind of say it's just one factor. Now, yeah, the Jamaicans have like anyone that's working in a foreign country have certain fears, and it does affect them. Pumpkin, do you know how many people die on the plane going to Jamaica? They one of the things that happens in the UK, people say that they're going to work for 10 years and then they're going to go back to Jamaica. When reality hits, when reality sinks in, that is the money and everything is not here, is hard work, right? Right? It's difficult, expensive. So when the reality checks in and they're spending all their money, they live like a pauper in this country, save every penny, and they build a massive house in Jamaica after being robbed 10, 20 times by the builders, losing vast amounts of money, building huge mansions, right? Huge mansions. When they get to pension age, they say, right, that's it. I'm moving back to Jamaica, to my home. They die on the plane going back. They die in the seat. Many, many people. And also you have people that actually go there and get murdered. Or some people that don't last long when they live in, it's just like the whole mindset of the Jamaican
I was
experience
getting ready.
is
I
not
was
one
getting
to
ready.
really look up to. Sorry.
I, oh, I'm sorry. I was getting ready to say that. I worked with the Jamaican lady. She built a house there, because they go back and visit and stuff like that. And she retired. We all retired at around the same time. We had all worked for a number of years at this place. And she went back, and that was her goal, to work. And she says, I can live very good in Jamaica with the money I get, because it's, the money she gets up here. So she went home. I'm not sure where she went, but she had a house built because she did her daughter's wedding in Jamaica. I don't
Right.
think she stayed there a good 8 months because she was afraid she was going to get killed. She came back. She had a house here, and she let her daughter stay in it. And she moved back. She moved back to the States because she said in Jamaica they were breaking in your house. They wanted to.
Yeah.
They would kill you because you came from America. And an American girl that I knew and worked with, I knew her family. She retired. She had a BMW. She loved Jamaica so good. She had everything transferred there. She was going to move. She was American. She was going to move and live there. They found her in a ditch in the rural part of Jamaica, and they
Yeah.
killed her because they thought
Yeah.
she had money. So what you're saying is, I know
And
I know
also
that.
what we're both saying, we're not saying all Jamaica this happens. We're not saying that you this gonna happen. We're not saying that. What we're saying,
But it
it
does
is a
happen.
fact, and we must not hide the truth. We must be honest. A lot of the things with us black people is we're dishonest with reality, and we have this kind of way, and I call it witchcraft. It's not 100% a witch's brew witchcraft. It is like a psychological problem. For an example, like this big house syndrome that we have. I'm gonna have to do a show about it. Everybody wants a big house. Now, to me, the older you get, what normally happens in this country, especially that if we want to look at the UK people, I tell you what they do to their parents when they get old. Because I used to work in a old people's home with my mother. My mother used to work for the council, for the elderly. And there was this old white lady sitting in a chair in a retirement home. She turned to me. I was only a young kid at the time. You know, I was doing my little work experience with my mum, you know, and
Right.
I used to love it. I used to make them cups of tea and have a chat with them, you know. The woman turned to me and said, "Oh, you know, I've got a son." And I said, "Oh, yeah, I'm sure you have." You know, I think she was around in her 80s, or she could have been older than that. She's an old white woman in a chair in a old people's home, retirement home. And she goes, "Yeah, my son, he works for one of the biggest companies in London. He earns, I think she, you know, he basically earns a huge amount of money." So I said, "Oh, that's amazing." So I said, "How does he come and visit you? He must come and visit you." And you know, she said she hasn't seen him for basically, she was saying he don't visit her. He don't visit her. Okay. So when we want to kind of follow these people, we got to kind of have a reality check and know that the way that they live is not a nice way to live, and that's what we're gravitating to. Now also this big house syndrome, when you're getting older, you need a smaller place. You need a smaller place. Okay, when you get these big houses, you've got to maintain it. We have this big house syndrome in the black community. Big house, everything's got to be big. Every car's got to be an expensive one. Everything's expensive. We always got to be spending. We're always consuming, right? Now,
Yeah.
Now the problem
Like,
with that is we work so hard and stress ourselves out, okay, and we don't even really enjoy life, the life that you have, and you die. Your children are gonna fight over the land. They're gonna fight over the house, right? The amount of families that split up because of just because of the mindset that people have. And to be honest, this is something that we've adopted. You know.
exactly. I agree with you, because you see that background. Andrea thought that was my house. I don't know if you can see it. I'm putting that house is too big. It's a
I can
beautiful
see it.
house.
It looks lovely.
That's not my house. That's not my house.
I know it, and I'm not trying to say that black people
No,
must
no,
not have
no.
nice things. I'm not saying that.
What I'm saying is,
No, I know
agreeing
you're
with
not
you.
saying that, but sorry,
No,
Pumpkin, but
I was
when we
no.
talk, we
Let me
must
say
also
this.
remember that what we say, people will listen to they only can listen to what we
What
say.
I
So
was
we have
saying to
to.
you, I was agreeing with you. I'm at the age now. The house is beautiful. I like the way it looks. It's beautiful, but that's too much house for me now. I have a 1-bedroom apartment, a three and a half bedroom apartment, a living room, a kitchen area, a bedroom, and a bathroom. That's all I need. I don't need a big house. I came from a 4-bedroom house, big 4-bedroom house. I grew up in that. So I'm at the age now, less is best. Less is more.
I can also tell you another thing that happened to me, Pumpkin. This guy from Norway, right? My dad's a builder, so he was building he was working on a hotel in Jamaica. And the owner is a white guy. He's into pharmaceuticals, right? He's a very rich guy. He's got lots of money, and he's come to Jamaica to he's bought the hotel, and he's married to a Jamaican lady. Excuse me. And so we were down there for a dinner, right? For a dinner. And so I was outside looking at the moon, right? It's a beautiful landscape. We're looking out over the sea, and the huge moon was there. It was unreal. It was unreal. So I was standing there enjoying the view, having a rum and coke. And this one of the guests came up to me, and he was from Norway. The first thing he said to me, he said, "Can you tell me something? Why does Jamaica have so many unfinished mansions?" And that's when I said to myself, that man is 100% right. All you see in Jamaica, you're driving down the road, is these huge house mansion. You can only call them mansions that are not finished. Believe you me, and I just always shake my head and think to myself, there's someone that's worked very hard, and I bet they haven't gone on to enjoy the fruit of their labor. Also, you have people that are into crime that build a lot of huge houses, which is a factor as well, who are either in prison or dead. It's just like this kind of cycle we have. To be honest, I can only think that we become, you know, it's like we're under a witchcraft, you know.
Yeah. See, I don't know that much about Jamaica because I've never been there. But I didn't know that you have a lot of unfinished mansions. See, I just learned something I never knew. You know, it's it just goes to show you. And they say, oh, it's so beautiful here, and I've seen pictures of it. My grandkids have gone, and they like it. They were going to go to
Oh,
Jamaica, but there's an
yeah,
advisory.
pumpkin. I mean, going to Jamaica is a wonderful experience. I mean, the culture in Jamaica it is grand, you know.
But
And
it's
if
so
you went on a
dangerous.
holiday, no, but I mean, you wouldn't be going to dangerous places. So, Jamaica, number one, the number one, uh, say, thing that Jamaica is built on is tourism. It's very similar to Spain. I don't know if you knew that, but Spain does have agriculture. But Spain, the country called Spain, its number one thing, or its golden egg, is tourism. Jamaica is tourism, has a huge amount of tourists, okay? And it is increasing a lot as we speak. Right now, it's at record levels, okay? The Jamaican experience is amazing. When you go to a 5-star hotel, you're getting 5-star. Everything is 5-star. Great accommodation, great food, great entertainment. You're getting your money's worth. There is
But
places on Jamaica, you know, are beautiful, and there is places, but there is factors, as you said, of crime. But to be honest, Jamaica do everything to protect their golden egg. You see, so it's very small
well,
chances of you being
let's
killed
get
while
into
going on a.
hearing. Let's get into hearing some more of this young lady's talk. Okay.
Break into some spaces, and I realized that when I'm on the phone, as intelligent as I sound, they're hardly interested because of my accent. I have an American fiance, and when I'm trying to get into those spaces, I hand her the phone and she speaks on the company's behalf. Why is that? Because they're more inclined to listen to her because she's American.
And I hope y'all catch what she just said about her relationship. Now, anybody know anything about Jamaica? You already know. I don't have to say. You already know. So you see.
Now you hear that. Now you hear this young lady. You heard what she said
Sister
before.
Andrea, big up.
You know, I don't. Yes.
Big up, Jay.
Yeah. Now I don't know if you heard this young girl. She said we have no affirmation with blacks and stuff, but she was the American girlfriend to fiance. She said to call so she can get a job because she said they don't want to answer her. So that's contradictory to me. That's contradictory. See, this, like, I don't know if you heard what I said, but I was telling Jade, you know, my experiences that I have had dealing with women, just like working in the workforce with women just like this girl here, who have no regard for black people, who will tell you to your face, black Americans are lazy, they don't want nothing. And I'm not the type to sit there and let people say what they want to say to me. No, you can't say what you think. You can't say any and everything to me and expect not to be getting told or told off. You're not going to tell me to go back where I come from when I am I am in my country, in my home, and you're not going to make me feel like an outsider. No, you won't do that. I will respect you and give you respect, but you will never, ever make me feel less than what I am. And this is what they do. I don't, if it sounds like I'm racist, then I'm racist because this is what they do. This is what Jamaican women do. I have better experiences with Jamaican men. Women, they have this thing about them that if you're black, you're stupid, or you're lazy, and because she says she has all these qualifications. And from what I've had people who tell me that Jamaica, there's no money to be made in Jamaica, So, I don't dislike anybody because they're Jamaican, but like I said, you're not going to
Again,
disrespect
that's
me.
not 100% true what they've just said to you, though, Pumpkin. There is money in Jamaica, there is, but maybe not for everyone. As I said, Jamaica is exactly
Certain
like
people,
England.
So it is what it is. Like I
But the
said,
video, I was wait. I want to hear.
I'll let you hear some more.
Just saying.
The thing is how angry you guys are, rightfully so. You guys have every reason to be angry when it comes to your culture and trying to navigate and stamp your name, right? And hats off to you guys for breaking your glass ceilings and doing the best that you guys can do with what you have given the current situation that's in America. Consider this, where we're from, let me just speak on Jamaica. In Jamaica, racism is not a thing that I've ever experienced. I've experienced classism. I've experienced colorism, but not racism. So the kind of anger that you rightfully have, we don't necessarily have that. We don't necessarily have that anger. We don't have that chip on our shoulders the same way how you would have it. We can empathize with the situation, and we are very upset when we see racial injustice, but the kind of anger and drive that you guys have, we don't always share. Like, we don't necessarily feel it, even though we're willing to support you guys, we don't necessarily feel it the way how you guys feel it. And rightfully so, because it's
okay. Emmanuel Acho, the female version. You don't have trauma. Okay.
Now, what do y'all think of that? What do you think of that, Andrea?
Well, sometimes I think they're. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, okay. I can hear you, Andrea. Yes. Sister Andrea.
Yeah, sometimes I think they're just a little disingenuous. They experience it when that other culture comes to their country and does things to them that they take it there to them. It's not like, here in America, that we were brought here to this. Some of us, what they saying, some of us are already here, but they take it over there and they still expect to be treated a particular way when they go into these. I'm talking about those people that she says that she never felt that with. They take it to Jamaica. That's why they like going to those places like that, because they want to feel superior wherever they go. So I don't know where I don't think she's saying that and being realistic. Now, it's not as probably because there are fewer in number that go there and try to do a particular thing. But in this country, if you know that coming here, then you should have another way that you think about the people here, because you can't have empathy for something you say, and then you say we have a chip. That's not a chip on our shoulder. That's the reality of where we live, and we know that we expect this certain thing in America that you don't know nothing about. So you should, learn from those of us who have been here and experience that racism in America, so we can tell you to expect that, what to expect being in America. I mean, that's just like my Indian coworkers the same way. They, come over here and say, I don't know, that's, the reason why we're here is because of this, that, and the third. No, you're here because there's cheap labor. That's the number reason why you're here. Number two, everything they told you about black people being lazy and so forth and so on. Let me remind you, stoplight we made, riding on these roads we did. We built all that stuff in D.C. from the White House to the courthouse to the Supreme Court. We did all that. All the stuff that you see, all the culture that's here in America, that's our culture. So I don't know where you're getting this from, that we're lazy, because if we were lazy, we wouldn't have all this stuff here in America. So we built America. So I don't know what you're talking about. So, you need to rephrase. I don't care what they told you about us. I'm just telling you, all the stuff they told you is not true. And then they started hearing about Black Wall Street, the stuff that happened in Tulsa. I said, oh, that's just one city. That's happened multiple times here in America. So I had no idea, because they don't want you to know that part. They want you to believe that we're these sorry, lazy people that don't want to work, and that is so far from being true. Patents that we should have had for things that we invented, we weren't allowed to have them. So there's a lot of patents, a lot of stuff that's been built here in America that we did. So I just give them a schooling. I don't. It depends on how they come across, right? Because some of them try to come across a little arrogant, and I will arrogant them back. If you want to know, then I'll help you know. But don't come here with this little nose up in the air at me, and I will come back to you. I will come at you the way you come at me. If you think you're better, I'm gonna show you just how you're not. So that's how I treat those who would come to the country and think of particular things. So, I mean, if you want to learn, I'm here to help you. But don't
I'd like
don't
to.
do that
Can I
part.
say something? I won't be long.
Mhm.
Can I commend you for what you just said, Andrea? Now, your delivery was absolutely perfect. You see, sometimes it's when we must kind of, when we're talking, try and talk like someone doesn't know. Okay, so we're trying to, and the way you dropped it was grand, and I respect you for that, right? And you're 100% right with what you're saying. Okay, 100%. And but I like the delivery. And that's something that I aspire to do, because maybe sometime I might say something and I'm not explaining it properly. So, because I listen back to what I say on my live streams, or, when I go on panels, I listen to them and I think, oh, that it could be taken a different way. Or when I have a conversation with people on the street about the same things, that's what they say to me. So,
but I even had,
that's,
I have one of my coworkers, a big Hispanic dude, said to me he thought I was mean. I said, where did you get that from? Have I treated you that way? He said, no. I said, so where are you drawing that from? Because I'm Black? I mean, where are you getting that from? And he's like, well, I'm, from some of the emails I read. I said, well, you haven't been here for, you're new here. So if I'm sending out an email and it sounds curt or hard or mean, as you call it, there's a reason why I'm doing that. I'm not just sending out emails like that. There's a reason why. And the quicker you understand that reason, you won't feel the meanness. You'll understand that Andrea is telling you this is what is expected. Don't keep coming to me and asking me questions when I'm sending out emails as an office manager to tell people what's going on in the company. Don't come to me and ask me if you're not going to read my email. I'm not going to regurgitate what I just put in an email. Don't stop by my desk. Don't come and ask me, what did you just send us? Read it. That's why I'm sending it. And he's like, oh, okay. I said, so if I'm not directing it at you, don't take it personally. There's no reason for me to be mean unless you guys are just doing stuff that's causing me to have to send out an email to remind you of what your responsibility is as an employee of this company. And it's not for you to come and ask me what I just wrote in an email. That is not that's not my responsibility. He's like, okay, that makes sense. I said, okay, so as long as we got this understanding, I said, because I can be mean if I have to be, but that's not my nature. Okay, and he then have to have that discussion with him anymore. So, but when people are new and come,
sorry, I'm really sorry, but sorry, Pumpkin, sorry, Andrea. Off topic. I was watching Sonetta, because not many people have been on lives, and I've been stopped myself, but I do listen to everyone, but I don't comment, but I listen. Some guy sent a Cash App to Sonetta, right? A $50 Cash App. And then in the comment section, he said that Sonetta was an FBI informant, right? He works for the feds. So anyway, the guys jumped up onto the panel, and then you know, him and Sonetta he basically said to Sonetta that Sonetta said to him that he should meet him somewhere at the some area, and they're gonna have a shootout. Yeah, they're gonna have a gunfight. So Sonetta obviously didn't go, and the reason why I'm bringing it up, the guy Revelation X, he went into this outburst in supporting Sonetta. And I was just like, what is this guy doing? But sorry, I don't know if you saw it. It was just off topic. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that.
Okay.
Sinetta does that. I guarantee they're all together. Sinetta is a con. He does that to get people to give him more money and stuff. And he ain't meeting nobody. He's been doing that I've been on YouTube for over 5 years, and I know somebody who was very close with him. Sinetta ain't gonna do nothing. That was just to get people's attention because his money ain't like it used to be on there, and he ain't got as many followers. That's a bunch of crap with him.
Right, but, that's right. Yeah, anyway, that's a good point. Good point. Thanks, Pumpkin. That's a good point there. You're right.
Let's finish listening to this girl and her nonsense.
Okay, Emmanuel Acho, the female version. You don't have trauma. Okay.
Not in our culture. We don't want to go into the square and march because at the end of the day, if the police scrape us up off the road while we're out there marching with you guys, the first thing they're gonna do is call ICE. And that's just the truth. And I get why you would feel the way you feel, because you're expecting like all Black people to band together and try to help to break the glass ceiling, but it's just not our number one priority. We're just trying to survive. At the end of the day, we're trying to survive and we're not trying to get deported. I also find it very offensive when you guys are trying to say, oh, we're trying to be the white man's pets. Like, what do you mean by that? Because African Americans have to code switch if they want to be able to enter into certain spaces. You guys said that, not me. Why do you think it would?
Okay, that part right there, I say this woman and some of her, people don't know what code switching is.
Now, what you think of that? That girl got issues. She got real issues, and that hair look a mess.
I don't think she's just to me, Pumpkin. I mean, she's just a young lady that don't have no experience, and she's just mouthing off. Why would he? I wouldn't even bother to really review this.
I disagree. She knows exactly what she's saying. They all come with that, old or new. They all come with that. Oh, we don't do this, we don't do that. But I tell you what. They don't do this and they don't want to blend in with African American culture. But when African Americans gain something, they got their hand out. They're the first ones to reach out and get what they want. And get what we get, but they don't want to fight for it. So that's a bunch of shit. Excuse my expression, but that's just how I feel with it. You don't want to do any of the work, the dirty work, to get what we get. Because we fight for what we want, and we will get what we want, because we want better pay, we want better schools, and we will get that. But you're not willing to go on the sidelines with us as a people. But when it's time to get the handouts, when everything is won and it's time for the payoff, you're the first one in line. You knocking me down to get what you didn't want to fight for. So she could pass me by with that BS. So anyway, that's how that go.
Yeah. We're trying to get ahead. Why do you think that we wouldn't want to try to align ourselves with the majority? Because we're in survival mode. My bottom line is everything that we do it's from a place of being an outsider and trying to find our own path on this new journey that we're taking. Those are my 2 cents.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. I got to play this again, and I got to stop it at certain points. I'll get on camera and respond to it. Y'all know how I do. So let's start it over. Let's get
Hi, Jamaican Immigrant here. I've been living in the States for almost a year, and I just want to give some context as to why African Americans may be experiencing what they're experiencing when it comes to us immigrants. I'm not here to invalidate that creator's feelings nor anybody's feelings who shares that experience with her. So first things first, the way how African Americans prioritize Blackness isn't necessarily the same way in which an immigrant would prioritize their Blackness. So you know how African Americans would say, oh, Black writer, Black creator, Black artist, Black lawyer, Black doctor, Black woman in STEM. No, when we come to this country, it's immigrant or nationality, maybe or careers next, and then whatever else comes after that. So immigrant, Jamaican, marketer, whatever else comes after that.
Okay, let's stop right there for a minute. Let me go through what problem I got with that. Okay, so that's not the first time that we've heard that actual immigrant first, nationality, yada yada yada, right? Okay, cool. If you're immigrant first, not a problem. And of course, she doesn't represent all of Jamaica. No. She doesn't represent all the Jamaican immigrants. No. Okay. I want to make sure I say that as a preface, right? I want to say it. I mean, do I have to play my disclaimer or something? Because hold on.
Disclaimer in the people. So if this doesn't refer to you, I'm not talking about you.
All right. So she said immigrant, though. Immigrant. This is my problem. In the beginning, she said, we say black doctor, Black lawyer, Black scientist, Black this, Black that. But when it's time to pass out some money for Black people, here she comes with her hand out too, talking about, I'm Black. Can I get a grant? I'm Black. I can get a parade that gets some sort of reward money. I'm Black. I want some of that housing for Black people. All of a sudden, when it's time for resources to get passed out to Black people, all of a sudden everybody throw away that immigrant, and all of a sudden now you're Black. See, that's you don't want to be Black until it's time to get involved in resources that could come to Black people. My thing is this: if you want to be immigrant, fine. I'm not against that. Be immigrant 24/7. Don't throw away your immigrant status when it's time to go get some money now. Or we talking about reparations. Hey, you know, we was in slavery too. I mean, so hey, we should maybe get some of that money. Oh, no, hold on. You're an immigrant. You have no right to no reparations here. You can go holler at Britain about reparations for Jamaica, and I'm with you. If Britain cut you the check, I'm gonna celebrate with you, but not here. But you try to worm your way into reparations commissions, worm your way into a conversation, then you find out, wait a minute, hold on, sister, listen to your accent. No, that's my problem. That's probably some of y'all problem. Stop worrying. If you're an immigrant, stop trying to put if you're not Black, you don't identify as Black, you're not Black, right? Fine. Because when CARICOM does something and gives something specifically to y'all, we can't ever get it. We can't get no Caribbean scholarships, nothing, right? Why can't we get it? But you can come in and put your hand out when it's time for Black? No. If you're immigrant, stay immigrant. If you're gonna be Black, stay Black. But you gotta choose. You have to choose. Why should I have to choose? Because even the scripture says, I'd rather you be hot or cold, not lukewarm. If you're lukewarm, I'm gonna spew you out. And that's what's happening to a lot of you. You can't come in here lukewarm. You're gonna pick a side. So let's continue this loving. It's a conversation of love. I love this sister. I really do. I care about her. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Let's go.
What you're having is we don't see ourselves as one of you. And the reason that we don't see ourselves see ourselves as an outsider. We have to work twice as hard to get where you are. We are so focused on our own business. Some of us that come to this country don't even have a legal right to be here. You get me? So while you are fighting your fight, which is that of Blackness, we are fighting our fight as immigrants first before we even see the fight of being Black. Case on point. Back in Jamaica, it wasn't very hard for me to get a corporate job. I have the experience, I'm qualified, I'm all-rounded, right? When I started applying to marketing jobs here, I was so timid, and I wasn't timid because I was Black. I was timid because all my experience is saying Kingston, Jamaica. My education is saying Kingston, Jamaica. My volunteer experience is Kingston, Jamaica. My entrepreneurial projects is Kingston, Jamaica. When those people get thinking that this is a Black person,
Okay. All right. Let's go back to education. Ma'am, let me.
Now, did y'all hear that craziness? If that ain't the biggest fool, I don't know what. That's the kind of, excuse my expression, but that's the kind of shit I dealt with at work for almost 25 years. I dealt with all of that, you know. Oh, in Jamaica, I was this in Jamaica. Everybody was the supervisor or something on their job, but where was the proof? Where was the paperwork that you were this, that you were that? And American corporations, most of them hired them in the kind of work I did, because I worked at a state facility for the physically and mentally disabled, and every person. And this is another thing: why is Kingston the only place that immigrants come from in Jamaica? Because every Jamaican I know, if you ask them where they're from, the first thing they say is Kingston. I'm like, damn, does anybody live in Kingston? Because everybody seems like they come in here, you know? So maybe you can answer that, Jade, because everybody seems like they coming from Jamaica, you know? They are. So, you know.
No, Kingston, Jamaica has the largest, population, and it's the only true city, if you want to call it a city. It's very small, but it's the only city in well, there is a few places, but I would say Kingston, Jamaica is the like the financial center of Jamaica. And not everyone is from Kingston. So, but people may say that, so they're lying. Most people that are in Kingston are actually from the rural areas and moved to Kingston. There is no really such thing as, there is people that are born in Kingston, but all those people that are in Kingston are from the rural areas, because Jamaica was rural at one point. Okay. So yes, there is a small minority of true Kingstonians, but you know, not everyone is from Kingston, and they also have a certain mentality that I wouldn't say the whole of Jamaica shares in Kingston. So maybe if this is the kind of mentality, I would say that is kind of associated with Kingston, and I think that the people in Kingston, they may think that they are superior to people that are living in the rural areas. I mean, it's just like the UK. People in London may think that people in the northern parts of the UK, they are superior to them. Maybe for the comparison, I'm not sure if this is correct, but say New York would have a certain superior thinking that they're superior to other states. I don't know if that's true. If you understand what I'm saying.
Well, at work, I was threatened. I was threatened by a girl. She said, I'm from Kingston. And I'm like, yeah, what? I'm supposed to be scared. And I'm from Patterson. And what the hell is wrong with you? I'm supposed to be scared. You know, that's the mess I had to come up against. You know, I'm from Kingston. And Kingston, I belong to a gang. Whoopee free. Oh, Lord, let me not start. But, dude, I'm not the one. I'm not the one. You know, I mean, she just got all, I was sitting there and she got all up over top of me. I'm from Kingston and we fight. I'm like, and I'm from Patterson. So what the hell do that mean? You know.
And the thing is,
you know,
too,
and
though,
then,
I was
go
gonna
ahead,
say the thing
Andrew.
is too. I was gonna say the thing is too, though. Okay, so you know, coming to a foreign country, that if all your resume has is what you did in the country you're coming from, okay, so you just have to be ready for that. That's you know,
You
we're still
have to
having to
get
compete
American
against you.
experience.
Yeah, don't you know, make that like it's a big issue. That's like a duh. That's one of those duhs. You're coming to America, so nobody's gonna expect you to have any kind of um, history being in America and having jobs here in America. I mean, that you know what you're coming into. You know, get over it. Just like I'm gonna have to keep referencing my Indian coworkers. When that fool got voted in this last in 2016. Folks was upset because they didn't know what their status was going to be in this country, whether they had to go back and so forth and so on. And one of the guys told me, you know, this is going to affect me and my wife. I said, okay, but you knew that coming to America. There's a possibility that your ass is going to have to go back to the country you came from. So what you complaining about? This wasn't new to you, wasn't information you didn't know. So why you tripping that you might have to go? I mean, it is what it is because each president does what they do, and if they say you got to go back, you know, you shouldn't be upset about it because you knew that coming to America. So you took the risk coming here, and you know, it is what it is. Don't be upset about it, right? So
But
you know,
every immigrant who comes here, no matter where they went to school at, in what country they went to school in, they all have to go to school in America and get American credentials. You know,
that's what they all did.
I met at the bus stop. I met a lady going to work. She was from DR. She was from the Dominican Republic, which ain't that far from here. And she told me she was a school teacher in DR, but she was cleaning hotels now because she had to get trained to get to be a teacher. So this chick right here is trick. She just thinks she's supposed to walk through the darn door and get what she did, whatever she did in Jamaica. And how do they know? How do they know you really did that? That's my thing. You know, I just,
then,
you know.
And she can say what she wants to about, you know, being black and stuff. But I'm telling you, do a crime here in America. They ain't gonna care that you're from Jamaica. They don't care when it comes to sending you, deporting you. But the first thing they're gonna say is she's a black female. They ain't gonna say she's a Jamaican black female. They're not gonna say that. They're not gonna say she's an immigrant Jamaican black female. It's not gonna be in that order. They're gonna say she's a black female from Jamaica. That's what they're gonna say. So I mean, you know, people need to still understand when you come to America, they're gonna identify you as white first. I mean, black first, not anything else. They're not gonna go by your nationality. They ain't gonna go by they ain't gonna go by what they believe here in America, and that's that you're black first.
And they don't think you're smart because they think all black people are stupid. So join the crowd. You at the bottom of the barrel because you didn't do no you know, you didn't do no studying here and got no experience in America. It's just crazy. I'm gonna let y'all finish hearing the rest of this.
Did you have another video, Pumpkin, as well? You said you was going to play. I think he's just repeating himself, isn't he?
Yeah. So it was that one you wanted to hear. What was that one you wanted to hear? Jay?
Oh, I was just wondering if I thought you said you had another video for us to review.
There was one you wanted to. Oh, the one about the mayor. You want to hear that one?
It's up to you, whichever one you wish. I just think that I think we've dealt with that lady. I think there's not much else to say. I mean,
I think everybody got the thing with her, you know.
She's got a thumbs down from me, for myself. That's my opinion. I don't agree with what she said, and I mean I wouldn't look. I mean, I like people with experience. You know, I wouldn't tend to be listening to, you know, young people, their opinion and saying, right, that would be a fact. You know, But I'm quite astonished to know that there's a lot of people that share her view. That is quite shocking.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you once again for joining
you wanted to hear. Remember
on the live stream. It is for Thursday, May the 2nd.
I'm going to mute myself and get some water.
Thank you for being here. Some good water. Real to drink water. This big old thing you see me drinking, sometimes I drink 2 or 3. No, I drink sometimes maybe 3 of these a day, minimum 2. 51 ounces.
And what he's saying there is dangerous, you know, because people are drinking too much water. I know you must drink water, but again, he's generalizing. People need to, you know, it's not just you gallon it down. I think we drink too much water sometimes. And you know, but you see, again, he's saying something and he shouldn't do that because he's not a qualified doctor.
The secret is water. Drink you some doggone water. Some of y'all want to drink fruit juice, which is full of sugar. Some of you want to drink soft drinks. Some of you call it pops. Some of us call it soda water. You know what I'm talking about. The Sprites, the Cokes, or whatever. Don't drink that. Water is your friend. Please drink more and more of it, ladies and gentlemen. But we here. We here. So we're going to talk about the super mayor today. We're going to talk about her just a little bit. But while I'm letting a lot of y'all get in the room, hold on, let me share this broadcast real quick on my other account, at least our X account. Give me a second. Let me get this shared out there so people can see it. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so give y'all some information before we get started. So as of today, as we have been discussing, you know, a lot of people always, this happens every time. Whether we went to Kenya, whether we went to South Africa, wherever we went in the past and done tours, the question's always, when is the next one? I would like to go. When is the next one? I would like to go. Okay. So just finally ink the deal and everything with the next one, right? So as I said before, the next one will be Ethiopia. That's where we'll be going next. Should be March 31 through April the 9th. That will be the dates of that.
I'm counting your time. Miss Galloway, I'm going to rule you out order. You keep talking so much.
Do I have the floor? Do I?
Yes, you do.
Thank you very much.
What a fool.
We have got to help the city of Flint. We have got to move the city forward. We have got to vote yes on this. Thank you.
Ms. Hergen wrote, you the reason that I'm going to vote the way I'm going to vote, because you tried to put words in my mouth like I said you was a racist. You got to stop doing that. You got to stop doing that.
Ms. Fields, please be very careful in that area. Please.
All I said, there was mediation and there were people in rooms. That's not
in what room and how many.
But I am going to finish saying this.
Oh, go ahead.
That's fine. Do you?
It shouldn't be fine. We got folks sitting in business, and I wouldn't care if you was the chair, the sofa, the TV. Point of information, Madam Chair.
What's your point?
Are you going to sit and allow this man to talk all that tough talk, talking about what he ain't scared, won't, and and you sit there and condone it. May I be?
All right, that was our dearly departed brother, Eric Mays. Let's go ahead on and give him a hand clap. That's for sure. So there's been some new developments with the super mayor, Tiffany Henyard. Now, we know Tiffany Henyard has been a little tyrant out there in Dalton, Illinois. Now, nobody even knew what a Dalton was at all until she showed up and put Dalton on the map, literally, but not on the map for the right thing. Tiffany Henyard has been running around acting like the city is her personal credit card. She's out here using the city's funds to promote her campaign and putting all kind of billboards all over the place. If you don't want to donate to her campaign, she is harassing you through her goon squad, the police. She's using the police as not only her personal detail, but she's using them to intimidate business owners, to intimidate anyone that speaks against her. People are being followed. There's recently an activist by the name of Jedediah Brown. He's recently been coming out exposing some of those crooked police on Dalton, and they were even following Jedediah Brown outside of Dalton city limits to try to harass him. This brother did not stop the vehicle at the time. Even the chief of police was in the car trying to mess with this brother. So Tiffany got everybody on the take, and it's so interesting. Well, the new developments is, yes, some of you may have heard, but we want to touch on it here. Oh, the FBI is starting to comb through old sister girl Tiffany. Oh boy, they are combing through her mess, like that old, that lace front or whatever she got on her head. But we're gonna cover two different videos. A picture I want to show y'all is worth 1,000 words, and then we want to talk about something in the Black community in the area of Black politics, and really what falls on us and how we can prevent the next Tiffany Henyard from showing up. So let's go ahead and play this first clip real quick.
Former FBI agent Ross Rice says the subpoenas revealed the burgeoning scope of the federal criminal investigation into Thornton Township Supervisor and Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard. One subpoena focuses entirely on Henyard, including two businesses she owns, a restaurant and a property management company.
Hold on, y'all. Now, she got a company called Good Burgers Incorporated. Tiffany, that sure wasn't too thoughtful of you to put Good Burgers. I guess say, you know what? Instead of putting Good Burger, I'm going to put Good Burgers. Like, okay. All right, Tiffany. Aisha Properties Incorporated, that's her middle name. Okay.
As well as Henyard's political fund and the charity bearing her name. It asks for all records, including personnel files, wage and tax statements, time and attendance, records of work performed, contracts, and checks written to cash.
The mayor.
Now, y'all know Tiffany got all them records. She'll be making up some records. Tiffany been stealing. You think she gonna keep a record of her stealing?
And the township supervisor, who were one and the same, appear to be the primary focus of the investigation.
The second subpoena requests a kitchen sink of township records, including financial reports, budgets, payroll records, and ordinances covering credit card purchases, expense reimbursements, security details, and the use of vehicles. Mayor Officer Young put in for 303 hours in a 2-week period. 303 hours. Fox 32 has reported extensively.
Okay, now you just heard him say 330 hours. In order to clock 330 hours of overtime, like total on the check, that's literally almost just shy of paying someone 24 hours in a day, right? 7 days a week. I think would that come up to 24 hours a day for 7 days, ladies and gentlemen, comes out to what, 336, right? 336 hours in 2 weeks. He claimed 330. Ain't nobody, listen, where are you sleeping? When are you sleeping? Like, they just robbing those people blind.
About Henyard's use of a police security detail, which police say has hampered their ability to fight crime.
You need security to protect you from questions from reporters?
The subpoena also asks for payments and credit card expenditures for a number of township employees, including Henyard's top lieutenant, Keith Freeman, some township trustees, and Henyard's boyfriend, who runs the township's youth violence prevention program.
And for word on the street, that boyfriend of hers is married. So they're saying she got a married boyfriend. Boy, Tiffany file all the way around.
Hey, y'all, this is Mayor Tiffany Henyard, Supervisor Henyard, the people supervisor.
The subpoena also focuses on township travel, including a story first reported by Fox 32 and the Illinois Answers Project about a trip Henyard took to Springfield in 2022 with Dalton and Thornton Township employees, ostensibly to raise money for a cancer charity in her name. We wondered who was paying for all of this, and so are the feds, who asked for records of municipal.
Quick.
Former FBI agent Ross Rice says the subpoenas reveal the burgeoning scope of the federal criminal investigation into Thornton Township.
Now y'all know what she's doing, right? Y'all get the gist of the whole thing. This woman is a damn crook, and she getting ready to get all black people out of office. And it's a damn disgrace. I'm so sick of this trick. That's the trick. I'm sick of her, because that's what she talk about. She just ignorant and ain't no hope for her. She's a disgrace to black folks. What you think, Andrea?
I mean,
Andrea.
you know, if I'm here, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me?
So quiet, I guess.
No.
Yeah, I hear you.
Well,
I said, I guess
no,
you dumbfounded like the rest of us.
no, I got people sleeping, so I can't talk too loud. But I just think, you know, if she did all that, she needs to she needs to be charged for the crimes that she committed. I mean, we need to stop thinking that we can come out there doing the same thing our counterparts do, because they know that's not going to go down the same way.
You know,
She
that's
is going
right.
to go to jail. She's going to go to jail, period.
And she just, you see the way she talk. I said, oh, Lord, here go another one. I can't take this one. I can't take this
Too
one.
much.
So that was it. Jay said he hadn't heard of her. Well, you done heard enough about her, I guess, Jay. She's in a damn embarrassment. She's an embarrassment to black folks, blue folks, zebra folks,
shame,
and
isn't it?
everything else.
It's a shame, you know, black people getting into politics and trying to actually, it's a bit
Well,
naive
you know,
to
it's
think
always
that they're
going to
going
be some fools. It's
Yeah,
always
they're
going to
gonna-
be some fools.
Yeah, but
It's,
they're going to
it's a
try to make
shame
the
because,
example out of her.
Yeah.
Well, they need to. And that was what y'all see. I saw her rolling. He was like, what the hell is wrong with you? He just asked her, what the hell is wrong with you? You know, she just want to go to jail. But, you know, I'm sorry I had all that glitches and stuff, because I meant to do this earlier. But I think I know what it is, because I have my phone set to go to bed at a certain time, and I don't know how to take it off. So I got to figure out tonight how to take it off. I'm going to
What's
say
your
good
thoughts
night.
on Trump? The Trump story. I think he got done for he got himself in trouble. Is it they charged
The gag
him.
order.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. He can't
He
stop
can't
running his
shut
mouth.
up.
He can't help
He
it.
can't. And they say every lawyer is saying, and they hope if he talks, if he gets on the stand, that's it. He's done.
Yeah. If the foul smell ain't coming out his ass, it's coming out his mouth. Either way, it's foul. You know, Jay, you heard that he's been farting a lot, so it ain't foul. If it's foul coming from his ass or his mouth. Yeah.
It's not really true.
And that's what I'm just going by what they say. I'm just going by what they say.
They say he poops. They said he poops.
I didn't say
in his
poop.
pants.
I said fart. I didn't
No,
say poop.
I know. They also said he poops. I heard what you said. You said he farts, and I've heard that, and I've heard that he poops in his pants.
Yeah,
and
he might.
They say
Because
he
sometimes Sometimes you may think it's just it's gassy and it winds up being liquid. You know, it could be he could be shitting in his pants for all we know.
All he does is eat McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
They said the White House cook said all he did was order McDonald's.
Yeah.
They
but did you know? Yeah, not to change
he
the
was
subject,
probably scared they were going to poison him.
Yeah. Did y'all see that article where they said that in Nigeria there was a Chinese store that wouldn't allow the Africans to shop in their store? Did y'all see that one?
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was in where?
Yeah.
Nigeria or something?
In Nigeria. So I'm saying they'll take it to you. They don't care. They don't care where you live. How you gonna go to Nigeria, be small in number, and then you gonna tell black folks you can't shop in our store? How do you do that? How do you go into another country and do that? How do you do that?
And some of them Chinese people is crazy too.
Yeah, and then they had this
And
other
them
lady
Arabic
down in
people too.
South Africa questioning a brother from Zambia who went down to South Africa to get a job. And she asked him, well, why don't you go back to Zambia? He said, well, why don't you go back to the UK or where you came from? I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Everybody's damn crazy. And they talk about Candace Owens. She trying to get back with the black community. That heifer done converted to be, now she a Catholic. Before she, now she a Catholic. Well, she said she joined the Catholic Church because her husband was Catholic.
What's your what's your thoughts on the protests in the universities?
I mean, everybody got it was peaceful protest, but they try to make, some of them are peaceful, but they try to make it into more than that. So, I mean, people got a right to free speech. That's what they call it.
You know what they say about it? I forgot where I read it, but Tabitha, Politics by Tabitha, she was saying that she thought it was outside agitators. Now they're finding out that there's agitators that are starting all of that.
Oh,
like the riots and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know. But I agree. Israel
when they say agitator, what are they implying?
People who go in there just to stir up
people
trouble.
Starting trouble.
That's what they mean by agitating.
Some of Trump's people, because they're trying to agitate and get things going because they figure if they do that, people won't vote for Biden. That's what it's about.
Their movement has been hijacked by someone else.
Mm-hmm. Same thing with the
exactly.
Like sometimes with the Black Lives Matter movement. I think with that George Floyd situation, that they were showing people that had nothing to do. They were breaking windows and stuff like that, and they were taking pictures right here. See, it ain't us, because they were trying to blame it on the black people. If it ain't us, So yeah, I mean that happens all the time.
But that reminded me of when I was in school, when Vietnam was going on. Man, they used to do mess like that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
My sister used to be there with the Weather Underground. They had a group called the Weather Underground, and they was blowing up mess in New York. My mother told me, don't sneak over there to New York. She said, because I know you're sneaking over there. She said, mess around here and get blowed up somewhere. So I stayed home.
Yeah.
And just like I got a friend coming. He said he might come here if he want to go see New York because he ain't never been to New York. So I told him, yeah, I'll show you. I'll tell you where to go and wait for you to get back. I ain't going over there. I got a bad knee. I don't walk as good as I used to walk. So,
Pumpkin, what's your favorite place in New York? What place would you say was your favorite place?
Well, I'm gonna drop down because
when I
I'm
was
getting a little
younger,
tired.
I used to go on 40. Yeah, and I'm getting ready to end it anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to end it. My favorite place.
All right, guys.
in New
See
York
you soon. Take care.
And yeah, my favorite place in New York used to be the Apollo. It still is, and Broadway, the Broadway shows and stuff. I used to sneak over there and go to the movies on 42nd Street just because it was New York and we was kids and all of that stuff. But now I don't go over there. It's too expensive. It's too everything. So I'm going to say good night to everyone.
Good night.
Because
All right.
I'm getting tired myself. So
Okay, dear.
the next time I go on, it'll be better. I don't know what the hell. I thought I was I thought I was hacked because I forgot and left my computer on last night, and I left it open so they could have hacked me, but they didn't. But anyway, everybody have a good night. Nice talking with you, Chronicles. Come back again, please. Good night.
Okay, dear. Good night.